Hey y'all, thank you for listening to the Pain and Panic Trip Planning Podcast. My name is Haley Ragsdale, and I'm here with my brother and co-host Owen Redwer.
Hey guys.
And today we are going to be doing a little bit more of a trip report. So if you haven't heard, I got back from Disney, a week and a half ago? A week ago? Was it legit last week?
I think, it was last week because
Yeah, because I got back on your birthday.
yeah, that
Oh
was a
my
week
gosh, I
ago.
was in Disney a week ago. That's so sad. But I got back last week. And so I did a quick trip report on my own because I got back on a Wednesday. The podcast releases on a Friday. So Owen and I weren't able to get together in that time frame. So today we're going to deep dive into the parties that I went to. So party and festival. So I went to Food and Wine Fest at Epcot. And then I also went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Which were both great, but we'll kind of talk about some of my favorite parts, some of my not so favorite parts, things that I think you should avoid, and things that I definitely think you should do, and ways to kind of plan your trip, especially if you're going to those festivals, those parties, or things like it, because I learned a lot. But first, let's talk a little bit about news. Okay, here's the record scratch. You got a better record scratch noise. Okay, before you get too far into the podcast, we just want to correct something. We started out with the intention of doing food and wine and Mickey's Not So Scary on this episode, and then realized that we talk a lot about food and wine. So we are only going to hit up food and wine this episode, and then we'll do Mickey's Not So Scary next week. So past tense, Haley and Owen are about to tell you the wrong thing, but future tense, Haley and Owen are here to correct themselves.
Yep.
Have a magical day. So, Owen, what do you have in news?
Stop throwing it to me. I don't know the news.
But it's so entertaining. So the Monsters Inc. land is like in progress. Like when I was there, I saw cranes and all sorts of stuff. They had the construction walls up, so it was really exciting to see that. Muppets, that whole area is gone, and they've got like all the Monsters Inc. stuff going up. They also in Magic Kingdom, like the entire Rivers of America or whatever is dry. Like it's all gone. They've already started construction for the new Cars area and things like that. In Animal Kingdom, when I was walking through, they had all sorts of construction walls up. It was kind of sad. Like you literally couldn't see Dinoland USA like at all. They had construction walls up, and you had to just walk a path of construction walls to get over to Dinosaur. So Dinosaur, they have released an official closing date. I think it's February 2nd. I know it's very beginning of February. I feel like February 2nd just feels weird, but I'm pretty sure it's February 2nd. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is just about sold out for most of the parties. So if you're wanting to go, get your tickets now because they're gonna sell out pretty much altogether pretty soon. Jollywood Nights is on sale, which is the Hollywood Studios during Christmas time. And then Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is going to be the one at Magic Kingdom. So you can get tickets for both of those now. Let me know. I'll be happy to help you plan a trip. I didn't say this at the beginning, but for those of you that don't know, I am a travel agent affiliated with Academy Travel. So I'd be happy to help you plan your next Disney vacation or Universal vacation. You can reach out to me at haley.ragsdale@academytravel.com. In terms of Universal news, they're really still just rotting the like Epic Universe stuff. There hasn't been any huge changes. Halloween Horror Nights is up and running. It looks awesome. It looks fantastic. Art the Clown has been huge in a lot of people's videos and things like that. So
I already knew that was going to happen.
yeah, right? Like, it looks like a good time. I saw something about... Did you send it to me? You did send it to me.
The creator of... Yeah.
Yeah, the, like, creator of, what are the Terrifier movies?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Terrifier movies?
David Leone, I think.
Yeah,
or
he,
something
like,
Leone.
met Art the Clown. Does he also play Art the Clown
No,
in the movies?
He just has some crazy facial expressions.
He really
that was
does.
country is...
Crazy facial expressions. But that's it for news. Owen, anything you want to add?
Nope. I mean, I've just been seeing all the videos of the Halloween Horror Nights, with Art the Clown, of course, one of my favorites, so a lot of my feed is him. And then I've also seen a lot of the Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's been pretty cool to see it. It honestly doesn't look as terrifying as I was thinking it was going to, so it seems a little bit more doable now.
Yeah.
So maybe next year.
Dude, we just have to go in the daytime. I feel like at night it gets scarier. um, you got any life news? You started school? How's school?
Well, I'm about like 3 weeks in now. It's pretty good.
Go Bucks!
Go Bucks!
All right, so let's get into the meat of today's talk.
So what did you talk about already in your last episode? I'll be honest, I didn't watch it.
Wow, thanks. I kind of just did a rundown of my week or weekend, my long weekend. So I'll do another really quick like where I went each day. So Saturday I flew in the morning. I got in around noon. I stayed off property, which was interesting. I talked about this last week. I don't think I will ever stay off property again, but it wasn't bad. Like nothing bad happened, but I think in the grand scheme of things, by the time I accounted for all of my Lyft rides and things like that, I probably would have spent the same amount as if I had just stayed at like an all-star resort. So just stay on property. It makes life easier. But flew in Saturday, checked into my hotel. I checked in early, which was nice. They were super accommodating about that. And then I went to Disney Springs. Then Sunday, I went to Hollywood Studios. Monday, I went to Epcot. And then Tuesday, I did Animal Kingdom. And then I kind of resort hopped so I could get on the Skyliner and the monorail, all that kind of stuff. And then I went to the Halloween party. And then Wednesday, flew home.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think first things first, I think you should tell us a little bit about what Food and Wine is. Like what the Food and Wine Festival is.
Yeah. So Food and Wine is basically they do several different festivals at Epcot. And most of the festival takes place within the World Showcase. And so Food and Wine is basically they set up booths at all of the different countries and then countries in between too. So they had other ones like there was a Hawaii booth and things like that.
Nice.
And they usually have like food and drinks from these different areas, and it's usually like a smaller portion and a smaller drink. So they're also a little bit cheaper usually than what you're going to get within the pavilions. Okay. So it's usually like $5 to $10 depending. They're usually like $7.
I'd love to go in there and just start messing it up.
Yeah, and I discovered Apple Pay on my phone that day, and that was troublesome. It was almost as bad as a Magic Band. Because I was just like, double click, beep.
Double click.
But it was good. I have a lot of feelings about Food and Wine. Okay. So the other festivals are like the art festival. What's it called?
Festival of the Arts.
Festival of the Art. The art festival. Festival of the Arts. They have Festival of the Arts. They have Food and Wine. They have Flower and Garden. And then they have the Holidays Festival, which is like the one at Christmas time. I think that's all of them, right?
I think I'd be most excited for Festival of the Arts, but I feel like Food and Wine would be my second favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so here's my thing. It wasn't super duper crowded when I was there. I purposefully did Hollywood Studios on Sunday and then did Food and Wine on Monday because I figured it would be less likely to have a bunch of locals there on a Monday versus a Sunday. And so it really wasn't super crowded. The Food and Wine booths and a lot of the stuff within the World Showcase didn't open until 11, even though the park opened at, I think, 9. So I actually walked the entire World Showcase at like 10:30 so I could get a feel for like what was where and what things I wanted to like make sure and double back and try and things like that. And I also met multiple princesses while I was walking the World Showcase. Like they had, it's so strange. They had Aurora out, they had Belle out, and they had Snow White out. So they had like multiple princesses just chilling in the World Showcase before anybody was there. Yeah, no, I mean, I was fine with it. But they didn't start serving food or anything until 11 for most of the booths. One thing I will say, I started out my eating and drinking in Epcot with a like custard bun thing It was a custard cream bun from the Japan pavilion, and it
Oh,
was delicious. It
yeah,
was
I bet that was good.
fantastic. It was like in the back of the Japan pavilion. So you've got the little Japan shop, and then you've got like the snack shop attached to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like the very, very back. And you have to go up to the register, and then you're like, hey, I want a cream bun. And then they're like, oh, do you want, I think it was matcha, chocolate, or custard? And I was like, well, which one's the best? And she was like, custard. And I was like, okay, give me custard. And then she like reaches back into these little like mini fridges behind the register, and she's like, here you go. It was delicious. It was fantastic. I highly suggest it. I think it was like $7, but it was a great like breakfast dessert food. So
Nice.
I was a big fan. Um, but so we're
So I
talking about food and
think
wine. Go ahead.
I think what you should do is,
Okay.
first of all, obviously, I assume food and wine is all about the food and wine, right?
Yeah.
So I think what you should, first things first, you should go through and tell us what your top three and your bottom three were that you tried.
Ooh, valid. I feel. Hold on. Let me pull up my Instagram post.
Your Instagram post.
Yeah. Because I put everything I tried that was like food and wine related on there. But so there were some things that I was like, yes, this is delicious. Other things I was like, no. So I had the tortellini in Italy. It was good, but it was like basic tortellini.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like I don't know.
you can get tortellini anywhere.
Yeah, and it was basic tortellini. But I think if you have like picky eaters or you're traveling with kids or something like that, it's a good thing to get. Oh, the chicken dumplings with house-made sweet and spicy sauce in China were delicious. I rated that a 9 out of 10.
What the?
I had to get Pepto in the middle of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, when you turn 30 and all you're doing is riding roller coasters, eating and drinking, you got to get Pepto. So pro tip, if you need something, because I was like having heartburn, like I got off Guardians and I was like, I do not feel good. And I had heartburn and all the things. Most of the shops, so I went into the like Creations shop, the one by Guardians, and I was like, hey, do y'all have any like Gas X or Pepto or anything like that? And they pulled out this box from behind the register that was just full of meds. So they have most of like the meds and things that you like, your Tylenols, your Benadryls, your Pepto, things like that.
Yeah.
You just have to go up to the register and ask. And it was like $6, and it was a bottle of Pepto, and I used it like 6 times throughout the trip. It was great. It was great. So at the Hawaii one, I had the slow roasted pork slider. It was good. I liked the sauce, but the like bottom ended up getting soggy, so it was a little like iffy when I was eating it.
I bet I'd still mess it up.
That
sounds good.
I mean, it was good, but it was definitely like meh. And then I got the sparkling pineapple wine from that same stand.
Oh no.
It was not good.
Got a 2 out of 10 on that one. That almost been brutal.
It was just really sweet, but not like a good sweet. Like it was just
like a cider sweet almost, or
yeah, but like worse.
like sweeter?
Like,
or like
think your cider has been sitting out in the sun for 2 hours. It's just not good. And it had like, like when you drink a diet beverage, like a Diet Coke or something, and it has like a weird aftertaste.
Aspartame.
Yeah, that's kind of what it tasted like. I don't know. I was not a fan. That wasn't part of Food and Wine. Ooh, in Belgium, they had a Belgium booth between Morocco and America, and they had a chilled Belgian coffee. It was delicious. It was real good. It was basically an alcoholic iced coffee. So like iced coffee is like my favorite thing on the planet. So it was delicious. I loved it. At the Greece one.
Ooh, there was a Greece booth. Dude, I know you have a 4 out of 10 on the Lamb Euro, but I probably would have messed it up.
No, okay. I was really excited to try this because I'd seen people like trying it online and stuff and talking about it. It was so dry. Like I was like, and maybe I had like one bite that had a good bit of tzatziki sauce, and I was like, okay, this is good. That was the only bite that I like enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was not great. And I think what I learned about Food and Wine, and what I don't love about Food and Wine, is they're all little booths. Like I think it's a great idea, right? Get a little bit of like a snack sized portion from all these different countries. You get to try lots of things, you get to try lots of drinks, but you're sitting in the Florida heat. You've got this food sitting at a booth in the Florida heat. And so I don't blame them. They have to prep it, right?
Yeah.
They prep it and then it all just sits there and then they're just handing it to you. So it's just not like
I guess that's fair.
fresh, and I don't know. There were some things that were really good, and then there were other things that I was like, this has been sitting there for a hot minute.
Yeah. It'd be kind of like the spring roll booth where like they either have to keep a bunch of spring rolls there and they like kind of slowly get old.
Yes.
Or they bring fresh ones and you have to wait for them and stuff. So
yes, exactly. It was like, eh. But I also had the rosé, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by the rosé at the Greece one. So I don't usually like rosé, but I was like, man, let's try it. It was actually pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, so by the time I got to like Italy and Germany and all that, I was kind of just like, I'm just gonna go get things in the actual like countries. And so I kind of stopped. I mean, there were a couple things that I had still, like, I looked at some of the stuff at the booths, but I was like, I know I'm going to get a good drink, or I know I'm going to get good food here, so I'm just going to go in there.
That's fair.
And so I went into, like, the little wine cellar area in Italy, and I got the Verdi wine, Ferdi. It was delicious. It was fantastic. Wonderful wine. I was very happy. Okay. Fun tidbit of information. In Germany, you know how you can get the chocolate shots in Germany?
Yeah, the chocolate liqueur.
Yeah. So they had a pumpkin spice shot while I was there.
That's pretty cool.
It was delicious. But I asked them, I was like, do you always have this, or is this just like a seasonal thing? And he was like, I mean, we usually have it. It's just people want it right now. And I was like, huh.
I'm going to have to try that next time we're in Disney.
Yeah, right? It was really good. I was really excited. This was my absolute favorite of all of the food and wine booth, foods and drinks. The chicken tikka masala at the India booth. Delicious. It was absolutely incredible. It was like the perfect amount of spicy, and the portion size was like a full meal. And I'm wondering, because I watched them plate it, right?
Yeah.
They took the rice out of the rice cooker thing. And so they put it all together right there. So it wasn't sitting on a plate before they handed it to you or whatever. Yes, they had like the batches of the food prepared.
Yeah.
But
it's not like plated and ready to hand out.
Yes. Oh, it was delicious. And it was also like the portion size was actually like a full meal.
That looks so good.
It was delicious.
I would have eaten that
For anybody that go check out my Instagram, but look at that. Look how delicious that looks. But it was phenomenal. I loved it.
See, what I find interesting is I think we actually did talk about this when we were doing the Epcot overview.
Yeah.
I think we had a little segment during that episode where we talked about what kind of booths we would want to see, or what kind of countries we'd want to see added to Epcot and the showcase, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like, first of all, Greece and India are like two of my number one choices. Like those are like top choices. Belgium sounds awesome. I wish they would just add these countries.
Right. And I didn't realize how many like added booths they have until I was there. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's actually quite a bit. And it was really exciting, especially when I saw the India booth. I was like, yes, I love Indian food.
Yeah.
But it was delicious. It was all fantastic. One more thing that I found that I thought was interesting. Y'all always talk about, what is it in Norway that y'all always get? Yes. Okay, so y'all always talk about the troll creme, whatever it is. I got the Viking coffee this go around, which is in that little bakery in Norway. Oh my gosh, it was like a chocolate milkshake.
I have heard it's pretty good.
It was delicious. It was strong, but you didn't taste the liquor. Like it was delicious. It was basically a chocolate milkshake, and I will be getting that every single time we go from now on.
I would love to try that. I bet that would be very delicious. But I don't know, the troll creme with the, what is it, dragon fruit Bacardi, I think it is. I think it's dragon fruit.
It was too sweet for me.
Whatever. Love a good troll creme. But anyways.
It was all delicious. Like I said, I think the big takeaway, there were some things that I really enjoyed. I was also trying to try a lot of things. Let me pull up. I took pictures of like a lot of the different menus, so we can kind of do a quick run through of some of the things on there and kind of why I didn't choose them and things like that. Because there was a lot of like hearty things.
I think you should let me look through the list real quick.
Yes, I'm pulling them up. I'm pulling them up. They don't really go in order. Some of them do. So like, oh, it's America. Flavors of. I was just like, Flavors of America. So like the America things on their menu was a Gulf Coast style seafood roll, which actually looked pretty good. New England slider, freshly baked pudding, chocolate pudding cake.
Dude, how would you even be able to try everything? Like, I would get full off of just this booth.
Exactly. And so that's where I was trying. I did like my walkthrough before 11 so that I could kind of figure out what things I knew I wanted to try and then come back, right? And then most of theirs, they had like a bunch of beers on there and like a beer flight for the beverages with alcohol. Italy, it was a Bacchetti Kisses di Pizza. Traditional Napoli street Napoli? It's Napoli. Naples. Napoli. Street food. Pizza dough, pepperoni, mozzarella, and tomato sauce. That just looked too heavy for me when I was at this booth, which is why I got the tortellini. So they had that, and then the tortellini, and then a chocolate spuma. Spuma? I don't know. Chocolate mousse, caramel sauce, espresso, whipped cream, and puffed rice. I bet that was pretty good too. It looks like a chocolate pudding.
Sounds pretty good to me.
It does sound pretty good, but cool. Okay, Spain. Trio de Pintos? Pintos? I don't know. It's basically 3 little breads.
Huh.
3 different kinds of little breads. Paella caldoso. It's rock shrimp, bay scallops, and smoked mussels.
Oh, so that's like, I think paella is supposed to be like a form of, it's kind of like a gumbo, I think. Or like,
that would make sense.
Similar, it's like rice and seafood and stuff.
That makes sense. And then a Basque cheesecake with orange sauce.
Oh, that was so good. Oh my God, I would have loved to try that.
Summer in Spain was a frozen simply lemonade with yellow chartreuse liqueur and green chartreuse. Is that chartreuse?
You know what I think about? Now that I think about it, weren't we at the Food and Wine Festival last time or something? Because I feel like I tried some kind of like honeycomb cheesecake. Or maybe that was something else.
They do have food and drink booths for some of the other festivals too. Sometimes.
I can't remember if it was for when it was like we went with Nick and Jack or with the family.
When did we go with Nick and Jack? Oh, we went in May.
No. Oh, wait, yeah.
I don't know. But they do sometimes have booths and things going on during the different festivals as well.
Anyways.
Okay, I think this was the Germany one.
Yeah, it looks German to me.
Schnickendilden.
There's no N at the beginning of that. It's just
Schinkendilden. But it's a pasta gratin with ham, onion, and cheese. And then they had a bratwurst on a pretzel roll with mustard, and then an apple strudel with vanilla sauce.
Nice.
And then looks like a bunch of beers.
Grapefruit Hefeweizen.
Okay, the grapefruit Hefeweizen, which I got in Hollywood Studios also.
Do they have it in Hollywood Studios
now? The Phantasmic booth.
You know, at the restaurant here in Johnson City, what is it? Oh my gosh. Why am I blanking? Freiberg's.
Yeah, there we go.
At Freiberg's, they have a list of like different beers and stuff, and they had a grapefruit beer there, and I'm curious to see if
it was like the Hefeweizen. Okay, so the Alps was another booth, and they basically had a bunch of like.
So it's like Swedish.
Yeah, but they had basically like cheese boards. Like I was like, "Where's Jack when I need him?" Cheese. Yeah, it was basically like a bunch of charcuterie boards.
Oh, nice.
And then a torte. A cherry torte.
Oh, that's Switzerland.
Swiss. The Swiss. Let's see. Okay, so at the African Outpost, they had a beef stew. So this is where there were some things that I was like, there is no part of me that is walking around in the Florida heat and wants beef stew.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you ate that like, I could see us going and, like, trying it together, like, you, me, and Jack, and Anna, like, we all eat some of it. It's like, oh
Yes.
yeah, we'll be fine. But eating a whole beef stew by yourself and then trying to go on to eat other food
Yeah,
would
no.
be absolutely brutal.
Yeah, no way. They had an impossible spicy sausage, and then a South African cream liqueur chocolate mousse, which looks pretty good too.
That sounds pretty good.
Um, a watermelon hibiscus lager. I should have
Ooh,
tried that.
that does sound
Missed opportunity. India, so the chicken tikka masala, which we talked about, and then a potato and pea samosa.
okay, so when me and Hannah have gone to eat Indian food, I don't remember her really loving the samosas, but I think they're pretty good. They're
Yeah.
definitely one of those. That one would be a little bit tough to eat on a Florida day as well because they're very doughy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
And I don't know how it would be from like a Epcot
yeah,
stand.
but samosas are good. I don't
Yeah.
know, but that tikka masala that looked
It was solid. It was
yeah.
delicious.
I definitely eat that.
In China, they had the chicken and dumplings, which were also delicious. A smoked duck bao bun, which I haven't heard great things about. I've heard this was really dry.
But bao buns are so good.
Well, I heard the bao buns were dry. Like it was just not. I haven't heard great things about this, but if you try it, let us know. The Beijing zhazhang noodles with
Ooh.
stir-fried minced beef, cucumber, chili, and carrots, and a savory duban sauce. Duban sauce? Duban. I don't know.
I can't even read from here.
That's valid. So I really liked the what's it called? It's the chicken pot stickers or whatever. Those were really good. Mexico. They had a tostada de carnitas, braised pork atop a fried corn tortilla with chipotle black beans, salsa ranchera, crema mexicana, and queso fresco. Flauta de barbacoa. Flauta
Yeah,
de barbacoa. Fried tortillas filled with barbacoa beef topped with salsa verde, romaine lettuce, more sauces, and then a flan de cajeta.
Now, flan of any kind is Hannah's specialty, so she definitely would have messed that up.
That's pretty good.
And I love me some barbacoa, so this Mexico stand is sounding pretty delicious.
I don't know. I skipped over it.
I figured because you didn't rate it.
Australia. I forgot about that one too. This was like at this point I was just full and I was like, there's not much else I'm gonna be able to eat. Grilled bushberry spiced shrimp skewers, roasted lamb chop, mixed berry pavlova. I wanted to get the pavlova and I forgot to go back for the pavlova.
Pavlova is like a grapefruit drink, isn't it? Or no, that's a Paloma.
It's like a cake kind of thing. So it's a crunchy meringue shell, macerated berries and whipped cream.
Okay.
But Bingo on Bluey is obsessed with pavlova. And there's a whole episode where the dad pretends to be like a French chef and is trying to get her to eat edamame beans instead of pavlova. And he's like, pavlova! And she's like, and he's like, edamame! It's hilarious. It's fantastic. But I was like, I've always wanted to try that. I want to go try it. And I totally forgot to go back for it. So that's really upsetting. I know. Well, that was good snapshot of me. Earth Eat. So they had a couple other like booths throughout the park, not within the countries. So there was a red wine braised beef short rib. So this was outside the land pavilion.
Does that come with mashed potatoes too?
Goat cheese, polenta, puttanesca sauce, shaved
polenta.
cheese, and petite herbs.
Okay.
And then a lemon poppy seed cake.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to read this off of Haley's phone and I'm like at a distance.
I don't remember what this one was, but it was another one that was like one of the random booths. Oh, Canada. Here's Canada. I wanted to talk about Canada because everything on this menu, I was like, I will vomit if I try to eat this. There was a cheddar and bacon soup served with a pretzel roll. So it sounds good, but like I cannot eat cheddar and bacon soup while walking around the World Showcase in the Florida heat. And a filet mignon.
Okay, what?
With mushrooms and mashed potatoes featuring I don't know, garlic and fine herbs and cheese. But it was only $10 for a filet mignon, so.
Okay, there's two parts of that I don't trust. One, Canada serving a filet mignon at a little stand in the middle of the countries, but also a $10 filet mignon. That does not.
Also true.
Has to be like 2 ounces.
I think this was France. We were talking about this, but they had like
Oh, yeah, that's
escargot
France.
in France.
Really?
Beef bourguignon something. I can't say any of these words. So
Well, I took French in high school. Pass it over.
okay. Let's see how this goes.
Brioche au épicé avec une garniture mornay de 3 fromages.
Oh my.
Spiced brioche with a 3-cheese mornay filling. Sounds delicious. Trio de escargot, garniture à l'ail et à persil. Trio of escargot bites, snails, in croissant dough served with a garlic parsley dip.
Okay, but like
That sounds kind of delicious.
But who wants snails from an Epcot booth?
I'd do it. Where else are you gonna try escargot? When have you ever seen escargot on any other menu anywhere? You've never had the chance, so this would have been your chance. Anyways.
Yep, and I totally passed it up.
Bouffe.
Boof.
Bourguignon, puree de pomme de terre. Pomme de terre is
Potatoes.
apple.
Oh.
Oh wait. No, apple of the. Oh yeah. You were right. You're right.
Right, it's potatoes.
Pomme is apple. Pomme de terre is apple of the earth, which is potato. So Haley got that right.
Thank you.
Red wine, braised short ribs with potato puree. So mashed potatoes. Okay, we don't need to get that fancy. And crème brûlée, vanille, confiture, myrtille, et citron vert. So that's a vanilla cream brulee with blueberry lime compote.
Oh wow, good job. Good job, Mo.
Thanks, guys. My 5 French classes over my lifespan have come in handy for me
I
today.
don't know what this.
Except for I forgot what pomme de terre was.
I think that was the Morocco Pavilion.
Oh, I love Morocco.
I think.
Ooh, a Brazilian cheese bread.
Or I guess that was Brazil. There was a Brazil one.
Oh.
I think.
Well, then, yeah, it's probably Brazil.
Probably with the Brazilian
Considering,
cheese bread.
yeah.
But I want to say it was near, because there's the Belgian one.
Okay.
So the Belgian one had the chilled Belgian coffee, which I got, but then it had the beer braised beef served with smoked Gouda mashed potatoes.
Why are there so many braised beefs?
Okay, this was my problem. I was like, there's so much like
What
heavy
the-
stuff. I can't handle this. There's a Belgian waffle with warm chocolate ganache and a Belgian waffle with berry compote and whipped cream.
So I don't know, like the Belgian waffle makes sense. That's good. Like,
That's the Greece one too.
oh, I love Greece.
Yeah, no, like the Belgian waffle makes sense, but there's just so much beef. There's so many stews. There's so many soups that I was just like,
Ooh.
I can't do this.
Griddled cheese with pistachios and honey. Is that literally just like cheese that's been grilled by itself with pistachios and honey? I think that's what it is.
Oh, maybe.
Spanakopita. Copita. Oh, spanakopita. That looks very much like baklava, but that's not baklava, is it? I don't know. I mean, I would have went ham on that lamb gyro. I know you said it wasn't that good, but
It was just really dry.
I'm a man who loves a good gyro.
It was just really, really dry. Okay, so the Brew Wing Lab at the Odyssey. So they had like where the Orangeburg stuff usually is. They had a bunch of stuff there. So they had garlic parmesan wings, Korean barbecue wings,
Oh,
unnecessarily spicy yet extremely tasty Carolina Reaper pepper curry wings,
yeah.
impossible chicken tenders, fried pickle spears, and then their drinks, they had the pickle milkshake and the frozen pomegranate and raspberry tea too. And then they had a couple other like beers and things like that.
Pickle milkshake? What the? I mean, I'd try it, but ooh, what is that? A apple and cherry hard cider. I love anything cherry, so I will say, as cool as that booth sounds and as delicious as that booth sounds, I think now
I haven't gotten to the fry booth yet. If you're about to say your favorite booth,
fry booth.
they had the fry basket, which was by Test Track, and it had a fry flight.
Oh,
That had sea salt, malt vinegar fries, truffle parmesan fries, and sweet potato casserole fries. And I meant to go back and get them, and I forgot.
I would have gone so ham on the fry basket.
No. There was
Okay.
also this Flavors from Fire, which had a burger slider, a beef skewer, and a smoked
Okay.
corned beef.
So yeah. So one thing I will say is, as cool as all those foods sound, especially that first booth. That first booth sounds like all good foods that I would love to eat. But I will say, the only thing that I would probably eat there would be the Korean barbecue wings because I am
Yeah.
such a sucker for Korean barbecue. But everything else, it felt very normal foods,
Yeah, that's fair.
right? So like if
Yeah.
I like obviously I can go out and like go to any ethnic restaurant and try a lot of these foods anyways. But there's not always that big of availability for all these items. Like Korean barbecue, like I could literally go to Wingstop and get Korean barbecue. It might not be as good.
It's not Korean barbecue, but it's
yeah, I guess I could have said I could have gone to Korean Q.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. Like
yes.
I don't know. These booths feel a lot less important in a food and wine like culture festival. Like I feel like it's food and wine from every culture, and that's like the whole point. It's not just about food and wine in general. So as I mean, those would still be good foods, and I'd probably still try some of them.
Yeah.
But I would say it would probably be lower tier on my priority list. I'd be going to like the Greece booth and the Indian booth and stuff like that.
Nope, and that's exactly what I did.
Although that fry flight is a little bit of a hard one to pass on.
At the end of your Epcot day, like they're geniuses.
Yeah, they know exactly.
It's already on your way out. Yeah. Okay, so that was food and wine.
And we're already 40 minutes into the episode.
Okay, let's speed round Mickey's Not So Scary.
Well, what if we do, what if we extend food and wine just a little bit longer, and then we do a separate episode next week for Halloween?
But we promised the people rolls.
Well, the people could wait.
Are you guys okay with waiting?
Unless you think you can knock it out in like 10 or 15 minutes. You're the podcast dungeon master, so you tell me.
We'll change our intro. I'll throw in a little bit in the intro. We'll do Mickey's Not So Scary next week. Because we don't want to bore you guys with too much talking.
Well, we also don't want to rush Mickey's Not So Scary. Because I feel like that was the main point of your, trip.
Yeah.
And, I bet there's a lot of good foods we want to talk about. There's going to be a lot of good event, or, pieces of the event that you attended that you want to talk about, so.
Yeah.
And we definitely, I mean, I don't think we realized that food and wine had so much to talk about.
We should have known how much we talk about food and wine.
Yeah.
We should have known this was gonna happen. But it was cool. I don't think it's my favorite festival.
Okay, so now that we're at the end of it, first of all, what other festivals have you attended?
I've attended Festival of the Arts and Flower and Garden.
Okay. And so you'd put this one last out of those three? I mean, I would expect Festival of the Arts to be number one because that would be my favorite too.
Yeah.
But above?
I would say it's Festival of the Arts, Flower and Garden, and then...
So what is Flower and Garden or whatever?
Flower and Garden, they just have a bunch of pretty flowers and other things like that, but they also have food booths.
Oh, okay.
So they'll have different food booths and things and...
So pretty much what I'm hearing from you is, when you look at the three, they all have food and
I've
wine.
never done the holiday one. I've never done Festival of the Holidays. That's on my bucket list.
Well, then, referring to these three at least, they all have food and wine. I mean, I assume the holiday one has it.
It's Epcot. There's always food and wine.
Yeah, and when it comes to food and wine festival, you would think that would be the most spectacular food, the best chance, best mind blowing.
And it was cool to have the other booths and things that weren't those countries, but by the end of it I was going into the countries to get the Viking coffee and the drinks that I knew I was gonna like and the drinks that people go to Epcot for and the food that people go to Epcot for and things like that. So by the end of the festival I was this is okay, but it's nothing spectacular, and I'm I don't go to Disney very regularly. Yes, I go a lot for a normal person, but for the Disney people, I go, 2 to 3 times a year. And so by that standard, I want to get the things I know I like, right? And so it was kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, to wrap it up, I think we should do your 3 pros and 3 cons, if you can.
3 pros and 3 cons.
Yeah.
Oof.
Just to really round it out. Because, I mean, it sounds like it was fun, and I wish I could have been there.
Yeah.
But.
Pros, you had a lot of different options.
Okay.
There were lots of different options in terms of food and drinks and things like that.
Yeah.
I also went the opposite direction in the countries. Normally we start in Mexico. I went Canada. And if I had gone to Mexico, I think I would have been miserable because it was packed.
Really?
Like, yeah. So
Mexico's always packed.
Well, but like you could tell, like when I was there earlier in the day, everybody was in Mexico, China.
Yeah.
And it was like I had gone the other way and I really didn't have to wait in very long lines or anything like that.
Yeah.
So pros, it wasn't super busy. I don't know if it's because I went on a Monday, but I mean it was cool. It's also Epcot, so you're just adding to like World Showcase, which is some of my favorite like parts. I love World Showcase, so they were just adding on to that, which I thought was awesome. I will say, in terms of it being busy, my pro number 2, I'm going backwards a little bit. Guardians now has a standby queue. It was a posted.
That's not a pro for food and wine.
Nope. Listen, because it wasn't super busy. It was a posted like 45-minute wait. I was on and off Guardians in like 40 minutes in the standby queue. So yeah, busyness is not super busy.
I mean, I guess that is a pro for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On and off Guardians in 40 minutes within the first year of introducing the standby queue.
That is true.
That's insane. That thing should have, like, I don't know why Avatar Flight of Passage always has such a long line.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, yeah, for real.
And yet Guardians, I, waited, and it was like, I waited 45 minutes, but 25 minutes of that is the pre-show anyways.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
We merged with the Lightning Lane within 20 minutes of me standing in line. So there wasn't a point in buying a Lightning Lane. I mean,
I guess, but
I liked how there was more stuff within the countries.
Okay, like for each already pre-existing country.
Yes.
Okay.
And adding on new countries was cool too. Cons, the food sat out really long.
Okay.
I think I planned it well in the direction that I went and the amount of time I spent in the showcase. I think if I had started in Mexico and I had tried to like start after 11 and I wanted to spend a good bit of time in each of the countries, I think I would have been miserable because I think it would have felt too busy.
Cool.
That's my second con. Third con. I feel like I got some foods, and this may kind of go in with my first one too. I feel like I got some foods that I wasn't super happy with. Like, and there's so many options and so many things I wanted to try. I kind of wished I hadn't been solo for this portion of the trip because there were so many things I wanted to try. I wish I could have like shared it with someone and just had a bite or two instead of, I got the lamb thing from Greece and then I was like, I don't really like this, but I'm not wasting $10. Like, I'm going to eat it.
I wish I had my garbage can with me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I feel like it is better if you have multiple people. Like, I wish I could have tried more things, but still happy I went.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I wasn't there, but my number one con would be seeing all these braised beefs. Come on, Disney. Get creative.
So many.
I don't want to try 10 different varieties of braised beef. It's not braised beef kingdom. It's Epcot. It's not in the kingdom.
Braised beefdom.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say that. I couldn't think of how to say it. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll do Mickey's Not So Scary next week. Thank you all so much for listening. If you're looking to plan a trip, especially for food and wine, you don't have a lot of time left here, people. So let me know if you want to go for Mickey's Not So Scary, Jollywood Nights, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Halloween Horror Nights. Let's get you down to Orlando, or any of the other Disney locations. If you want to go out to California, if you're a Disneyland person, let's do it. Want to hit up Hawaii, go to Aulani? Let's do it. Contact me. It's Haley.Ragsdale at academytravel.com. I'd be happy to help you plan that trip. Oh, and anything to add?
Stay magical.
All right, y'all. Bye bye.
Bye.